I want you to process this statement for a second. Any negative experience emotionally, mentally, any negative experience that is emotional or mental in essence is caused by a negative belief system. Some sort of a belief system that you have deep inside that you prefer or you think some way, somehow it's beneficial for you, perhaps in a twisted sense, that it is beneficial for you to believe that a particular experience is negative. Now, how does that weigh on your shoulder? Doesn't that feel very heavy? Doesn't it feel like you're tired when you are experiencing emotional depression? Doesn't it feel heavy on your shoulders, on your heart? Now, it is my belief that whatever negative emotional experience or negative depressive luggage that you're carrying around you were imposed upon you after birth. Like, were you, like, ever since you were a little baby, when you were 0 years old and you were just born, were you born with that particular negative emotional baggage? A certain sense of, a certain definition or a belief system is what keeps you experiencing a negative emotion. And you might not even realize where this emotional pain comes from at a certain point, because it has become so complex and you might sometimes seem like you're losing control. But you don't need to fear, don't be afraid, because whatever definition of belief system that you picked up along the way, it's not original, did not originate from you. You weren't born with it. You know, isn't it true that that belief system or that negative definition of a particular experience that is giving you that negative pain, that painful emotional experience, what we call depression or anxiety, isn't it true that that belief system is not original, does not belong to you originally? Then doesn't that mean that perhaps you might have picked up from somebody? Could be from TV, even from reading a book, or it could be from your friends, or it could be from seeing, hearing, and feeling the decisions and the reaction of your parents. So it is my understanding that, as a smart man once said, any belief system that makes you feel tired, makes you depressed, makes you powerless, weighs heavy on your shoulders because they originally do not belong to you. These are belief systems that limit you. These are belief systems that will impose more weight on your shoulders. Now, when you get rid of these belief systems or negative belief systems, negative definitions, you will soon realize that the negative emotion that you're feeling, depression and anxiety, they just dissipate. They just poof, disappear out of thin air. So at the end of the day, when you really analyze closely what is the lesson behind you experiencing anxiety or depression, all right? Some might say, well, it's for me to listen to my inner voice that says, go to the doctor and get a prescription. Well, some people, by all means, do go ahead and do that. But I think there's a deeper version of that. I think there's a deeper meaning and purpose behind depression and anxiety. Whatever type of depression or anxiety you're experiencing could be from a broken heart, could be from a failing business or disappointment, could be from mistreatment or harassment of any sort, could be from experiencing an unfair situation, could come from anything. But whatever outside circumstance that caused that depression or anxiety, even though sometimes might be so many different things at the same time that your mind might be lost in wonder and not able to point out the source of the depression or anxiety. It is always beneficial, as one of my wise mentors told me, it is always beneficial for you to understand that it doesn't matter what the outside circumstances were, a belief system, a negative belief system, persuaded you to take that particular situation or position of being negative. And in that sense, with a broken belief system, it is natural for a person to experience it in a negative way. Isn't it true that there are people who are experiencing even bigger troubles, bigger difficult situations than anybody that you might know, including yourself? Isn't it true that there are people like that, but they still, at the end of the day, are able to turn the situation around and learn a few valuable lessons here and there and forget about them and learn from that experience? Isn't it true that there are people who can make the best out of the worst? What is it that these people are so good at doing that you, or perhaps the part of you that is not willing to comply with the positive aspect of your psyche? And in that sense, it's always first and foremost beneficial for you to understand that behind your experience of depression and anxiety, there's a negative belief system that's hiding perhaps behind the curtain of a positive belief system, disguising itself as a positive belief system of offering false protection. And it is your duty, and it is your power, your decision to point out what that negative belief system is. Now, this, you might be thinking, well, this speech, this video is too confusing for me, and oh, you don't know what you're talking about because you don't understand what I'm going through. And I completely understand that I might not really understand what you're going through because I am not you. What I can guarantee is that you have nothing to lose when you explore the concepts that I'm talking about here. Okay? Because they're free, just like your soul. And it is up to your decision-making process. It is up to you to spend some time exploring the ideas that I'm introducing here. And in the next video, I will provide you with some examples, practical examples for you to perhaps see that it is always, at any moment in time, at any millisecond, there were always opportunities for you to turn the tides around, just like it is right now. And in that sense, I challenge you to watch the next video and feel a sense of freedom, and challenge yourself to be open-minded enough and not be protective or defensive, or be open-minded enough that perhaps you had some negative belief systems inside you that you weren't even aware you had them. And because you weren't even aware that you had these negative belief systems, it might perhaps seem so puzzling to find the cause of your depression or anxiety. But now that a lot of these dynamics of how negative belief systems operate inside your mind, perhaps you might give yourself the opportunity to follow the right insight, the right advices, to seek your way out of the darkness and rise from the ashes, just like a powerful, immortal bird that in your planet you call the phoenix. And inside of every human being, there is an unflinching, a powerful level of confidence, insight, and wisdom that stems from the source itself, the source of all lights, the source of all help, the source of all hope and freedom. Because every soul deserves to be free. Alright? If you like this video, please comment, subscribe, and like, and all that, and share with your friends. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comments. I may or may not be able to reply to them all, but at this moment in time, probably I will be able to, because still our channel is very small, and I am learning together with you, with your help, and I'm very grateful for providing me with the opportunity of being able to help whoever you are, wherever you're listening to this. Because at the end of the day, you may or may not realize that our souls are connected. Connected in a way that physicality might not explain, but spirituality can feel how connected we are. Alright? Thank you.